Okay. I see the big sign that says I'm live. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. It is almost time to go live here for our daily training. We're starting these at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time. Okay. We are just here to wait to gather you in, if you will. All right. 9:29. It's an interesting Monday because it is a national holiday to honor those who have sacrificed, the ultimate sacrifice, so that we can actually, well, do this kind of thing and anything else that we're doing here in the great land of America. All righty. Well, I'm going to kick this thing off. I don't know if it's early. It looks like we're right at the bottom of the hour. So welcome to our Monday morning. For most of you, anyway, Monday morning live. For some of you, it might be midday, depending on where you are in the world, or really early in the morning, depending on where you are. My name is Brian Williams, and I'm the owner of a company called Real Appointments. That's where we guarantee sales appointments for our business-to-business clients. Each Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday and Friday, I go live and I do a little bit of training to help you in your business, hopefully to get your own sales appointments. And today is the same, except for it is an important national holiday, and I want to recognize that and make sure that we are all honoring those who have fallen in protection for our freedoms, to allow us to do this kind of stuff, allow us to be entrepreneurs, to allow us to enjoy the things that we enjoy, the people who we enjoy. So I want to make sure that at least at some point throughout today, all of us take a moment and think of someone who has served in our country that is no longer with us, either because they perished in the line of duty or outside the line of duty. And I know I have a number of those people in my life. Okay, with that, I'm going to bring on my co-host, Mr. Ronan Rahman. I think you're out there looking a little casual
Brian,
today.
good morning.
How you doing?
Good. Yeah, I just would, reiterate what you said about Memorial Day, not about the barbecue.
Yeah. Well, we
pretty somber holiday.
Yeah, it's important. It's super important that we all, at least on our own, are thoughtful, and hopefully with other people, and even do something overt to honor and represent those that have fallen. So
absolutely. And it is Monday, and Monday is a magical day here at Real Appointments because it's Market to Message Match.
It is Market to Message Match Monday. So
it's like one of my favorite conversations.
It's as it is one of mine. So let's jump right into it now. Okay, so Market to Message Match Monday has a nice ring to it. It's meaningful because if you have ever heard us talk about this in the past, this idea, this concept, by far is a law of marketing. It's arguably the most important part of any marketing that you are doing, or any marketing that you may consider doing. We apply it, of course, to getting sales appointments, and we also apply it in everything that we do. We run a lot of Facebook advertising. We do email marketing. We do all kinds of social media marketing and even offline marketing, and this same concept applies to all of it. So if you have something to write with, great. If you don't, you might want to grab something, because I'm going to show you a formula that we use to help create perfect market to message match. Before I get into that, though, I want to explain what it is in case you do not know or haven't heard it clearly yet. And it's not a difficult concept to understand. It is sometimes a difficult strategy to implement. And you'll understand why, I think, as we go through this short training today. It's a real simple concept. Your market is the person or group of people that you are wanting to communicate with. Simple as that. So if you have a business, or if you're in business, you work for a business, you sell something, right? You sell a product or you sell a service or something in order to be in business, right? The market is who you sell that product or service to. It's as simple as I can define it. Your message, of course, is what it is you say. Okay, so what are you going to say that's going to resonate with that market so that they pay attention to your business? They pay attention to what it is that you're saying. And getting this correct, getting this perfect alignment between your market and your message will change your marketing, your sales in ways that are sometimes hard to imagine. And sometimes by just putting it out there, when you get this correct, can immediately generate real business results for you. It has for us. It has for many of our clients. And that's why it's such an important topic and why we spend Mondays talking about it every Monday. For those of you that want to take a deeper dive with us, I want to remind everybody here that this Friday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time, Ronan, my co-host, and I will be facilitating another guaranteed sales appointments workshop. If you're interested in taking this to the next level after today's training, please go over there, sign up. It's a completely free workshop this Friday. And it's about an hour and 15 minutes long, and we'll take a deep dive with you. All right, let me pull up my screen and show you what the formula is that we use to create perfect message to market match. That's my calendar. That's my music. Okay, here we go. I got other things going on apparently. So right before this, I was listening to some soul music to get me in the mood. All right, so market to message match. This is just a small snapshot from what we cover this Friday in our guaranteed sales appointment workshop. And I just want to dive into the formula. So here's where you might want to start writing some stuff down. One of the keys to creating this the right way is to get ultra specific. Sometimes you may have heard of this referred to as niche marketing, and it's kind of like that. I just want to explain it, hopefully explain it in a way that resonates with you so you can actually do this and implement this in your business. And this is something you can do literally today. All right, here's what I want you to think about. Right now, I want you to think about and write down, if you can, the industry that you want to play with today, okay? What industry do you want to market into? Or maybe you only market into one industry. Just pick one. Industries are big things. Health and wellness is an industry. Sports is an industry. Entertainment is an industry. Automotive is an industry, right? And the way you can understand if you're thinking of an industry is, are there thousands or tens of thousands, really, of individual segments within that industry? So if you took automotive as an example, it's actually where I got my start in business, was working for Toyota Corporation. Automotive has all kinds of segments, right? They have auto dealers, they have auto repair shops, they have manufacturers, they have suppliers, right, for electronics and tires, and I mean, just all kinds of stuff, right? So there's all these market segments within one industry of automotive. And I'm sure whatever industry you've thought about has the same dynamic. So what I want you to choose now is one of those segments within the industry that you want to play with. And once you have that, this is where things get a little bit more mental, a little bit more thoughtful. And that is this: who is it specifically within that segment that you've chosen do you want to do business with? Do you want to have a conversation with? In the context of generating a sales appointment, we're thinking of an individual person, right? You can think of who they are based on their title, based on their experience, based on their position. So for example, we'll use my automotive example. Let's say your segment are new car dealerships. All right, there's an individual or maybe a couple of different individuals inside of a new car dealership that you may want to have that appointment with. You may want to have that conversation with. Maybe it's the sales manager. Maybe it's the parts manager. Maybe it's the general manager. Maybe it's the owner, right? Someone in that segment, someone that works in that segment is someone you want to have a conversation with. And there could be more than one. If there are more than one persons, I should say, inside that kind of a segment, you can put them both down, but usually there's not more than 2, 3 on the outside. Okay, I like to narrow it down to 1 if I can, and I'll tell you. And the next part of this is the reason why. So the real thing that separates, just basic niche marketing from powerful niche marketing is this next part, and that is identifying what you can do to solve that individual person problem within your market segment. What is it that they need help with? Or what is it that if they saw the message that you're putting out there, they would be like, oh my gosh, I need to talk to this person, or oh my gosh, I need that product, or I need that service. This has been stressing me out. This has been frustrating me. This is hurting me. If they can fulfill on solving that issue for me, I'm in. I want that conversation. And that's the big thing that'll separate you from your competition and everyone else that's attempting to do this, is really understanding that. And sometimes it's not super obvious on the outside. You may actually have to do a little bit of research. You may have to actually talk to some of these people. I know that sounds freaky, but ask them. Ask your ideal prospect, what is it that they need help with most? What frustrates them about their day-to-day life or work? What are they worried about? Okay. And then given that information, you can go, oh, here's how I can help alleviate that pain or eliminate that worry or solve that problem. And that's going to really help you hone in on your messaging to those individuals. Now, one thing that I want to point out, and this happens to all of us, especially us type A entrepreneurial style people, is we all go, well, wait a minute. I don't work with just one type of person in just one market segment in my industry. I work with all kinds of people in my industry, in all kinds of segments, with all kinds of individuals. And I get it. So do I. We all do, for the most part. And we get hung up on this. We go, oh, well, I can't just have a message that resonates with that one person, because then I'm eliminating all these other people. And I understand that temptation. I understand your hesitation. I have the same hesitation sometimes. Here's how I want you to look at it, though. You look at this as a campaign. When you're out there putting a message out, whether it's through social media, whether it's through LinkedIn, whether it's connecting with somebody, whether it's a Facebook ad, doesn't matter. That message must be most effective, resonate with that one person that you're thinking of. So if you have multiple markets, multiple segments, multiple people that you do business with, that's great. Congratulations. But when you're doing this exercise, look at it from a campaign perspective. You could have a dozen different campaigns out there, speaking to a dozen different individuals, selling the exact same product or service, but positioning it and marketing it and putting a different message around it a dozen different ways. Okay. But for most of us, it's best if we focus on one. And then once we kind of hone that in, then add another one. So that's how you can apply this market to message match. And I promise you, if you do this well, magical things will happen in your business. And if, like I said earlier, if you want to dive in deeper, and Ronan, you can put me back on full screen or come back on screen if you're there. If you want to learn more about this and take this to the nth degree, please join us this Friday at Guaranteed Sales Appointments. It's a free workshop, 11:30 a.m. Pacific time. I'd love to meet you. I'd love to help you more on an individualized basis. Gabrielle, thank you for your comment. We appreciate that. And that's pretty much all I have today, Ronan. So if you want to add anything, or feel free. Hello. I can't hear you. Your microphone might be off.
I just want to add one thing. Thank you for that. The headline that we're creating here is about as powerful as anything you could do with your LinkedIn profile, because I've had people connect with me simply because of the headline. That's it. They saw the headline and they said, that's who I need to talk to. That's how powerful it is. And later on in the week, when we get into our other parts of this training, we'll see where that headline shows up for people. and why that's the case. So that's exciting. I know tomorrow we do our 3-point power profile. So we'll rehash this a little bit, and we'll continue on and give everybody some more information about how to upgrade their profile.
And we'll be talking about the headline tomorrow. So as I began today's call with a short message honoring our fallen soldiers who have fought and given us the ultimate sacrifice so that we can enjoy today with our loved ones, our barbecues, being entrepreneurs like we're doing here, I just want to end on a moment of silence. So we're going to sit here, at least I'm going to sit here for 1 minute, and then we're just going to end it. And while we're in silence, I want you to think about all the things that we're grateful for, that you're grateful for, that we have in our country as a result of those thousands upon thousands of soldiers, men and women who have died so that we can have that. So we're going to have our moment of silence starting now.